Today, we'll be creating a digital Notan. First, I need you to open up your SeeSaw app. Then we're going to go to our activity and hit Add Response. We'll be using the drawing tool to create our work today. Once you're in your drawing, you're going to hit the three dots on the bottom left of your screen and choose the Shape tool to get started. We're going to begin with one big square in the center of your page. Once you have that square there, I need you to make it completely black and nice and big. Now we can begin adding our shapes. Remember, like we talked about in class, that a Notan should have shapes that touch only one side. So I think you should start off with simple shapes like triangles or rectangles. So go back into your shape selector, choose a shape, and make it completely white. Then you're going to take that shape and place it along one edge of your work. So it looks like it's coming through almost, touching just on the edge. It might be a little tricky to get it perfect, but you'll figure it out. Then you're going to tap on that triangle and hit the three dots beneath it and choose the Duplicate button to recreate that triangle. Once you create your duplicate shape, you're going to make it completely black because it will be sitting on the outside of your square in the white negative space around your Notan. Next, you're going to rotate it so that it sits like a mirror on the outside of your original shape. So if your white triangle is facing inside your square, then your black triangle is going to sit exactly the same and face outside. You want them to line up perfectly on that edge. You'll repeat this process until your whole square is filled. So you guys are going to have at least one shape on each side of your square. You guys can continue to use very simple shapes, or you can make your own a little bit more complex. If while you're working you don't like any of the shapes you put down, or you accidentally make them too small or too big, just tap those three dots underneath of each shape and delete them as you go. I tried something out and I thought that I would be able to use like the star or the heart or a circle, and in person creating our Notans we will be able to do that. But when we're working virtually, it gets a little bit tricky to layer things on top of each other. So as you can see here, I decided I was going to try and it just didn't work out. And if that's the case for you, that is okay. You can go in, delete your shape, and keep working. I decided to use the curve shape instead of a real nice solid shape here. That's something that you can do if that is what you like. So it can be a little bit trickier when it's curved like that, but the same way you want to make sure that it lines up perfectly with your edge, flip it out, and line it up on the outside. If you begin to make a shape and it looks like it's almost going to hang off your page when you flip it out, that's okay. Not everything has to be completely visible. So if that looks like it's hanging all the way off your page, that is a-okay. Just make sure you guys really take your time and line these things up really nice with whatever edge you end up off of. If you want an extra challenge, you can begin placing shapes inside of other shapes. So with my triangle here, I'm going to place another triangle inside of it. So now when it flips out, I have my white on the outside, and I will have a black one that flips back in on the inside. If you're not ready for that yet, that is a-okay, but some people might be ready for an extra challenge, and I think that would be really interesting to see. Again, once these shapes get tinier, your fingers might mix them up a little bit, and that's all right. If they get too complicated, you can tap those three dots underneath, delete them, and try again. It is up to you. Just make sure that you guys have at least one shape on the inside and outside of every side of your square. I made mine a little bit more detailed than it needs to be, but you guys are only required to have one. As always, if you guys want to go above and beyond and do a little bit more, that is perfectly okay. I can't wait to see them. Have fun creating.